All right. Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Steve Hines. I work at the headquarters for Atlona. I'm with manage the inside sales team and also our sales engineering department. And what I want to go through with you a little bit is some of our new matrix switching, AV extension, and audio solutions that are new to our lineup, and to give you some ideas in terms of the applications that they'll be used in and the types of features and benefits that are available with our products. So let's get started. First thing I want to point out is some of the Atlona advantages for those of you who may have not used this, or even just a refresher for some of the folks that are using Atlona right now. First off, our advantages as a company, where we have our, if you will, our pillars, is value engineering. We want to make sure that we've got the right features on our products, and the solutions and the applications hit value price points to keep us competitive within the marketplace that you're trying to use our products in your designs. And also control freedom. Our products are really what I would kind of call control agnostic. They'll integrate with any of the major control platforms that are out there. And when you go to our product pages, you'll see the drivers available for all the major control platforms that you're currently using today. And complete support. Technical sales, we've got our technical sales team support, which is there 7 days a week. We've got system design services, which is what my team helps with. And then we've also got a 10-year warranty on our product, which is one of the better warranties in the industry today. And then training resources, field training, our certification programs, which I'll go into more detail about, and also webinars, just like this one that we're on today. So let's dive into some of the main pieces within the Atlona portfolio that I'm going to go through with you today. First off, I'm going to talk about the matrix switchers. The matrix switchers are really the hub where it all happens. Everything is an accessory to the matrix switcher. And Atlona kicked off and released at CEDIA 2015 last year, the lineup that I'm going to go through with you now. This course is designed to cover the function of the matrix, what the matrix is in terms of value to your client, some common selling objections, and discuss several applications where matrix is now the ideal solution in your design. And so you can kind of see some of the talking points that I'm going to go through in this deck. First off, what is a matrix? The first key is selling a matrix system is to understand what it does. The picture that you're seeing right here is our new 6x6 that is a UHD 4K device. And I'll go into some more details on some of the features that make this product unique to the Atlona portfolio. The matrix is a central device in your audio-video distribution system. It literally acts as a traffic cop for routing audio and video signals to the correct place. And the matrix system is designed to allow all of your source equipment to be kept in one central location. The matrix will receive signals from your various source pieces and route them to the correct displays around the home. This way, any source can be sent to any display in any combination necessary. As you can see in this diagram, we've got one of our HDBaseT matrix products connected to an HDBaseT video projector. Some of you have already probably noticed that there are a number of different manufacturers now that have HDBaseT on board. So it's literally, even without a receiver, because the receiver is built into the projector, you can take and plug it directly into our matrix product. And that will send audio, video, and control signals down over a single category cable. Our products are 4K, and what's important is that they actually will handle up to 60 hertz. This is important because all of your new streaming services that are coming on board now as we speak support up to 60 hertz. Some of the older designs that are out there from the competition, and even some of the current ones, are still only providing up to 30 hertz support in 4K. So keep this in mind. The category cable that you see here in this particular picture shows a 328-foot run, which is the maximum distance that you can run on an HDBaseT link. So a matrix system offers value to your client in several ways. A matrix system can save your clients money. Since a single satellite or cable receiver can be shared among all displays, they will not have to purchase or rent multiple receivers from the provider. You can also create savings by reducing the monthly cost associated with the multiple receivers. The matrix system allows content to be shared not only to multiple locations. This means your clients can watch their favorite programming from any location. And the matrix switcher equipment can be tucked out of sight, allowing for a clean installation that will not clutter the room decor. The matrix system also takes care of tools such as your EDIT and HDCP behind the scenes. And so you don't have to worry about that. It just seamlessly happens for your client. And then finally, the matrix simplifies your operation. With an Atlona matrix system and a B&O solutions example, fewer devices may be needed, and the entire system can be easily controlled from a single B&O remote. So here's where we've overcome some of the objections. I'm sure you've heard all this stuff before from your clients. Despite the great benefits of a matrix system, potential buyers may voice objections. And so let's kind of discuss some of the more common ones. It's too expensive. As we noted earlier, the matrix system can actually save on the number of satellite or cable boxes needed, as well as their associated monthly cost for rental. However, cost generally is not the issue. Usually when cost comes into play, the potential buyer still does not understand the benefit of the shared content and the ease of the operation. There's some design confusion. The buyer is confused. They're used to having a satellite or a cable box located with the display. Remind them that in a matrix system, the satellite and cable box can now be shared to multiple displays and can be centrally located within other equipment and the matrix switcher with the other equipment. Additionally, the equipment can be tucked out of sight, allowing for clean installation, and it's not going to clutter the room decor. And then finally, complication. System sounds complicated. This is going to be used by family members and needs to be simple. Remember, simply does not mean inexpensive. Increased ease of use is a value. In the Atlona matrix and the B&O solution, fewer source devices may be needed, and the entire system can easily be controlled from a single B&O remote, as shown in the previous slide. This is a value to the whole family. So let's talk about a couple of use cases for a matrix. The first one is showing here media space. Not all displays are always located in different rooms. Sometimes it's ideal to have a wall of TVs allowing the viewer to monitor several programs at once. This is great if you're a sports fan and want to monitor several games that occur at the same time. It's also a great way to get immersed in a movie, but still have the convenience of monitoring a second show, security cameras, or even a baby monitor. And then the conventional way that matrices are typically used. Here's an example of one of our new Pro 3 4x4 4K matrix products. This is a basic layout for the video wall system. Notice at the bottom of the diagram, all of the sources feed their signals directly to the matrix. The matrix then routes the signals to the display. An example that I'm showing here, the projector is the main viewing display with the 3 flat panels located around it. And the more traditional use of the matrix is where you're distributing audio and video signals to different rooms and zones around the house, as you can see from some of the images and photos that I've shown in this particular slide. Here's an example of a sketch of our current Pro 3 6x6. And what we've done with this particular one is routing the signals to each room or zone where the displays are located. In the application, the projectors can represent a media room, and then we have 5 other displays that will be located in rooms such as a living room, kitchen, study, master bedroom, guest room, etc. So let's kind of get into the meat and potato of the matrix products in the new Pro 3 series. There's a number of things that we have updated on our new Pro 3 series but first and foremost, 4K was the headliner on these new products. And also what's important to note too that our new products support HDBaseT 2.2, so for those encrypted signals, such as the new 4K Blu-ray player that is now shipping from Samsung, will allow you to pass that signal down to an HDBaseT 2.2 supported display. Now, there's a number of things that we wanted to address with our new matrix products. We recognize that some of the displays are going to be located closer to the matrix switcher. For example, the media room may be close to the electronic equipment. However, the master bedroom may be located 90 meters away. As a result, the new Atlona Pro 3 matrix switchers have been designed with dual distance output ports. So what we've done is some of the ports are actually extended distance, and you can tell that by, if you look at the back of the Pro Series switchers, you'll see that there'll be an ED designation after the actual HDBaseT port number. So if you look at the blue ports on this slide, you'll see that it'll say at the top to say with the Pro 44 as an example, the 1ED designation isn't one of the extended distance ports. That particular port, you can still use a standard distance receiver with it, but it does give you the option of using the extended distance in the zones where you need the longest distance possible. You can see here on this slide here, I've highlighted the standard distance ports in the orange boxes here. This is a Class B HDBaseT chipset, and this will give you up to 230 feet or 70 meters. It also has bidirectional IR and RS-232, and also PoE resides on this line to power the zone box receivers that would be in the rooms with the zones. The HDBaseT Class A ports, which are the ED or extended distance ports, shown in the green boxes here, show you which ports are the Class A ports. And then also a new addition to our product is HDMI outputs. This is very unique in that it has a mirroring or HDBaseT, basically mirrors an HDBaseT port, or you can use the HDMI outputs as an additional matrix output. So in this particular case, as an example, the Pro 366, the second one down, you'll see that there's two HDMI outputs. This is a 6x6 matrix, but you can literally turn it into a 6x8 if you desire. Also, the unit below it, as an example, the Pro 388 or the 8x8 matrix has two HDMI outputs, so again, this can be an 8x10 matrix if you desire. So you can use the HDMI outputs as either an additional zone matrix signal, or you can mirror them to any HDBaseT port. And the benefit of that is so that you can take your digital audio signals that you want to send and route to your AVR so that you can have that available for decoding of DTS and Dolby signals. So again, here's the lineup. You'll note that the 4x4 to the top left is a 1U chassis, and the rest of the products are a 2U. We've even were able to get the 2U size to be able to fit all of the 16x16 capabilities. And you can see on the bottom right, the 16x16 is jam-packed. We fit about every port we fit into this product. Also, these devices have some very, very quiet 20 dB fans built into them, and those fans are only active when the product reaches a threshold of temperature, and will actually turn off or stop the fan from disable the fan so that, again, you can keep things quiet, especially if you have this in the room or the zone where the audio video is at. This is unique to Atlona too. I don't know of anybody else that has this type of feature. Those 20 dB fans are extremely quiet. And you'll also note too that we have internal power supplies too, so you don't have to find a home for an outboard power supply. So let's kind of recap a little bit on the 4K Pro 3 series. HDBaseT outputs for extension of AV control and power signals over a single category cable. On the matrix products from the 4x4 to the 16x16, you have 1, 2, or 4 HDMI outputs in the case of the 16x16. Those HDMI outputs have independent mirror or matrix modes that can be set up within the web GUI for the initial setup. Audio de-embedding. This is real important. This is another feature that is very unique to Atlona. The audio de-embedding, you'll note, if you take a look at the back of this panel, you'll see some green captive screw ports, and you'll see the bottom center and say audio out. These are balanced outputs, and what they are doing is taking and mirroring the corresponding HDBaseT output, where they're actually taking the digital HDMI signal and they are converting it to analog so that you can use this with your sound system or zone amplifiers. And on board, which is really nice about this product, is you've got full DSP capabilities so that you can raise and lower volume from our matrix to those analog outputs, but also that those outputs have a 5-band EQ so that you can maximize the audio signal performance in each of the zones. The way that it works in this audio output, you'll notice that if you're looking from left to right on the audio captive screw outputs, you'll say 1 through 6. Those actually mirror 1 through 6 on the actual HDBaseT outputs. So this is a breakout, key to note, not a breakaway. So again, you're taking a de-embedded signal off the HDMI off of the source and outputting it again through the HDBaseT and analog simultaneously. Power over Ethernet for the remote power receivers. Atlona is using the IEEE standard for PoE. This is important because the IEEE organization has set standards that have long been in place for the IT world for intercompatibility and safety. We are one of the few manufacturers, if you go to the HDBaseT organization website, that actually has our products actually certified from a third party for conforming to HDBaseT standards. And one of those standards is with the PoE. There are a number of manufacturers out there that are in this price point that are not using standardized PoE protocols. That means that they're not meeting those standards, and that's important. It gives your customer peace of mind. Again, recapping 4K capability, HDCP 2.2 copy protection. Again, with those new 4K Blu-ray players, also all your new streaming services such as Netflix, Amazon Prime, Vudu, etc., are all using 4K 60 hertz 2.2. We're one of the only manufacturers anywhere close to the price range of our products that actually have all of these features wrapped up into one to support the unique applications that you are specifying today. So let's go into the complementary products, the extenders, which are used on all of these matrix products. We've got 5 models in our lineup, and from left to right, the EX72PS is our entry-level product. This is for the customer that doesn't need any control set down over an HDBaseT line, is trying to hit a price point, doesn't mind having a power supply at the receiver. This is the only extender in our lineup that doesn't have PoE. It's still an HDBaseT product, so it's part of our value series. And so in a lot of cases, this can be a very good product with the reliability of HDBaseT, just missing some features. The product to the right of it adds PoE. So the EX70 series adds PoE. That is the only difference between that and the 2PS. And 2PS basically stands for 2 power supplies. That'll help you remember the model number. We tried to make the model numbers a little bit intuitive. So UHD, again, it's a 4K device. EX stands for extender. 70 is the actual distance, maximum distance capabilities that you would get with this particular extender. If you take a look at the UHD-EX70C, which is third from the left, the only difference, the C stands for control. We are adding a RS-232 and IR component into this, which again is transmitted down over the HDBaseT line. We're very unique in that we use a captive screw type of connection for both of these. It's a little more secure and reliable. And also for IR installations, it makes installation easier. And then if you take a look at the EX100CE to the right of that, the only differences are 2 things. One, extended distance. This will take you out to 100 meters. And will also add an Ethernet component, so you do have Ethernet pass-through. So in those installations where you would like to pass an Ethernet signal for either control, for like TCP/IP, or simply just to get an Ethernet connection out to that zone without having to run another cable, this is a very good product to use. And then new to our edition, which was just released about a month ago, the 100CEA. In our series, again, C stands for control, E stands for Ethernet, and A stands for audio. This device has a Toslink connection, and that is the main difference between that and the 100CE to its left. It also, because it has the latest HDBaseT chipset, this particular device will actually be able to get 328 feet with a 4K signal versus 230. And so that is an additional advantage of this particular product. Now let me go into some of the specifications of kind of the series in general. So the extenders, just like the Matrix products, 4K, 60 hertz, HDCP 2.2. The new extenders, what is nice is we have gone again to a standard protocol for 12 volt, and we have matched what Zamtac has done in terms of their 12 volt and IR standards. They pretty much wrote the book, and so we really didn't need to go and try to reinvent the wheel. And so what we did is we took on the receiver, the one on your right, you'll notice there for the IR in, there's actually 3 connectors. One P stands for power, S for signal, and the symbol to the right of that is ground. So if you're using an IR receiver, it's using a 12 volt standard IR signal versus the competition, which is using 5 volt or less, which is not a standard. So this way you can use any 12 volt IR receiver, including of course ours, which is optional for these products. And then you also have, if you look at the transmitter to the left for the IR in, you've got, again, S for signal, the symbol for ground. This is so that when you're using it with a control system, such as a Control4, RTI, etc., you can take the IR output off of their control box, put it directly into the input on the transmitter, and send that signal down over line. We've also made this integration friendly with the quarter rack width design on our extender kits, so that you can actually put 4 of them side by side on a 1U rack shelf in your favorite rack manufacturer. And what is nice too is these products, you can daisy chain the power supply up to 4 extender kits. That means one power supply can actually run 4 complete extender kits. And simply, if you take a look on our transmitter, you'll see the DC 48 volt tap. And again, we use the captive screw because it makes it very easy now to chain up these extender kits. If you want to take a look at how it's done, look at any of our extender kit owner's manuals, and you'll see a complete diagram that shows how it's done and recommends rack shelves and splicing connectors that will help you pull this off. You'll notice too that on our extenders we've got HDBaseT. The jacks are actually, the inner liner is blue. We did that because our older devices were using a Atlona PLCC, which stood for Power Over Category Cable, and we wanted to designate the differences between them. At a quick glance, if you see the blue HDBaseT input or output, you'll know that this is a PoE device. It's a 48 volt device. And if you we're using some of our older products that have the black inner liner, that is the PLCC, which is a 24 volt device, and they are not compatible with each other. So keep that in mind. If it's blue and you're hooking PoE devices together, like our PoE, Matrix products, you're good to go. So I want to go into a little more detail on the 100 CEA kit. This is the one that has the audio return feature built in it. It emulates ARC without all the pitfalls of ARC. This has the latest HDBaseT chipset built into it, and you'll notice that on the receiver, you've got an optical input there, and that's designed so that the display for any of your local sources that you want to back route audio to your sound system, you can do that now without having to go in and set certain ARC settings and then hope that it works. This has a separate SPDIF channel on the chipset, and so it injects that into downline and outputs on the transmitter. So the transmitter, you can see the optical output on that. And so again, that again is used for local sources that you want to use with your sound system supporting that zone. And as a side note, this is a third rack width, so you can actually put 3 of these kits on a single rack shelf. And you can see by the simple image here a connection between like your sound system and the display in the room that you're trying to back route audio. There are going to be some instances where you're trying to hit a price point with your customer. And so we answer that by having a couple of new 4K HDMI matrix switchers. And there's 2 flavors. We've got a 4x4 and an 8x8. These devices have all the same capability or same features in terms of performance as the Pro 3 HDBaseT matrix drives. They are just missing the HDBaseT capabilities. So in this case, some of the kits that I just talked about on the previous slides in terms of extenders is what you would use to extend out the signal beyond the HDMI links capabilities. Again, these products have TCP/IP capabilities for control, RS-232 and IR, and again 4K with HDCP 2.2. We had gone through it earlier on the Pro 3, but the H2H products do have an integrated web server built on board too, so your setup for the profile of EDID and switching can all be done on an integrated web browser, and you can use any web browser to actually set that up. And that's very unique versus our competition. And then also we've got, I should have probably pointed this out on the Pro 3, but all of our products have full display, an OLED display on them, and that's important, especially when you're doing setup and testing, so that you have buttons to access and to set up and control the product, and you get full feedback on the 24-character display. So that you can actually see status, you can see firmware versions, you can see what your MAC address is, what your TCP/IP setup is, all that kind of stuff, even without even plugging in the laptop to get to the web GUI or browser. And again, these are 1U rack height devices. So let me go into a very unique solution that there really isn't anybody on the marketplace that has this as a standalone device. And so we designed this to take care of situations where you have a matrix, as you can see here, and you have a customer that wants to share a source with multiple zones, but those zones will only support, some of them will be 2-channel and some will be multi-channel. And so we designed and developed the new HDM2C device, which is simply a multi-channel to 2-channel audio converter. So in this example here, you can see that we've got 3 zones, a home theater, a game room, and a bedroom. The home theater is a multi-channel zone, but when the matrix talks and negotiates with the displays in these 3 zones, with the Blu-ray that you're seeing here below, I see that the only audio that could be supported in all 3 rooms is 2-channel. So you're only going to get a 2-channel signal. Of course, that's not optimum if what you're wanting is 7.1 in that home theater design. So what we can do is simply insert an M2C device into those 2-channel legacy displays or receivers, and what it does is very unique in that it will take and downmix any Dolby or any DTS signal and convert it to 2 channels so that those zones will get the audio that is compatible for them. And what it's doing is it's reporting back to the Blu-ray player that it's multi-channel capable. So what you can do on the M2C, and I'll show you in some subsequent slides, is there's an HDMI output. And that HDMI output can be configured so that it is just a pass-through. It'll pass through the multi-channel sound out to your home theater, while the remaining ports, your digital analog ports, will pass out, simply pass out 2-channel signals. Here's the back end of the M2C. And you can kind of see here we tried to accommodate you on any possible termination that you might encounter. I'll go back here real quick here. So you'll see an analog, digital, and of course HDMI output on this device. On the front of the device is the HDMI input coming from the source. We do have a firmware update jack so that any updates that come down through the system, we can easily update for you. And with the displays here, you'll see that they'll actually tell you what the incoming signal is. And we support everything up through DTS-X, Dolby, True HD, and again, we'll take any of those signals and convert them down to 2-channel for the zones that really can't support any DTS or Dolby signal. And a recap of this product. So takes the HDMI embedded audio input, whether it's DTS, Dolby, all formats, and with the EDIT system, it tells the source that it's multi-channel capable. So the source doesn't really think about anything, thinks it's talking to only one sync, and sends the multi-channel signal. And then intelligently inside down mixes all the signals and folds them down into a 2-channel PCM signal. And that, again, is converted to analog or the digital outputs that you see here, whether it's SPDIF or TOSLink. Out of the box, it actually is a HDMI output is also 2-channel too, so that if you want to, so that you can use this product, whether it is at the head end in the rack, or you can use it at the endpoints for the displays. So here's a good example of a typical use case with an M2C. You've got a number of sources. You've got an HDBaseT switcher. You've got some HDBaseT receivers going to your displays. And you've got an audio system. In this particular setup, your audio system is only going to be able to give you 2 channels. Insert the M2C at the endpoint for those zones that can't support multi-channel, and the M2C behind the panel just simply takes care of it, and the customer doesn't even have to think about anything. Everything just works. So let me go through some test equipment that we provide that I recommend to have on the tech fans for everybody. Because this can save your bacon to allow you to test things and not guess what the issue is in the field. So let's go through some of those pieces. First, you can buy it in a kit, or you can buy it a la carte. We have, you see the custom carrying case here. We've got a couple of pieces. One's an HDMI signal generator, so you have a known good signal. Also a 7-inch monitor so that you can test the link before you even install and mount the panel TV. Also, there's a 4K EDIT emulator, which I'm going to go into, and the 4-hour battery so that you don't have to have a power supply nearby for the signal generator or the 7-inch monitor. So let's go into the UHD-SYNC. This is a pretty cool device that we came out with approximately a year ago. It was the updated version of our older sync device, HD-SYNC, but we added a bunch of features to it. I figured that one of the things that was common out there that we needed to address is when we weren't getting the video signals, specifically with cable boxes, which is the biggest culprit. And that was because that a lot of these cable boxes, even today, unfortunately, are using very old HDMI chipsets that only supported 1.2 HDMI version, and 1.2 didn't support clock stretching. But with 1.3 and above, so 1.4 and 2.0 rather, they did. Unfortunately, when you have devices that are mixed together and one of them doesn't support clock stretching, in the case of these cable boxes, you won't get a video signal. So simply inserting this device, it's a very small device, it's only about under 3 inches by 3 inches by an inch tall. This device will emulate the SYNC and will actually be able to take a non-supporting clock stretching device, such as a cable box, and passing signal. This is used frequently because of that particular instance. It also can be used as a testing device. You'll notice on the front panel that you've got some LEDs. One is 5 volt that wants to see if the source is actually sending a 5 volt signal down to the SYNC. And hot plug detect. The SYNC actually recognizes, sees the 5 volt signal from the source, and actually sends back the hot plug detect 5 volt signal back to the source so they can then exchange EDIT information and transmit a signal. And it'll also give you indication of what device or devices do or do not support HDCP. Most often, it's because of a bad cable that this 5 volt signal is not able to get back and forth between the source and the SYNC. And so this device, without any guesswork, you simply just plug it in between your linking devices, your source and your SYNC. And you can see, does it have a 5 volt signal? Is there a hot plug detect signal? Does it support HDCP? Yes or no? And we made it very easy on this device in that the LEDs are red for no and green for yes. So it makes it very easy to figure out what's going on. So this has been a very helpful tool for our customers. One is a leave behind device to support those issues with clock stretching, or in some cases you may have a bad cable, and since this will emulate an EDIT, you can actually dial in the supported EDIT, and it will emulate the SYNC and make the source believe it's talking directly to the SYNC. And this can also alleviate a number of issues in video signals. This device also can be powered by USB. So that means you can take just a USB adapter, plug it into a USB port that is a 2.0 or greater, and this will actually won't even need the power supply to power it. And then the monitor. Really, the use case for this monitor is before you start installing that 85-inch panel, you may want to check to see if the line will actually is receiving a signal from the source. You use our video generator, which I'll talk in the next slide, to transmit out to this DIS7 to see if you've actually got a signal. You can also, because it's got EDID learning capabilities on board, you can learn EDID from the panel before you put it up, plug it in to the cable, and again make sure that you've got a video signal coming through from the video generator. It's also capable of testing 3D. You can check VGA, HDMI, and component signals, built-in stereo speakers to make sure that you've got audio coming through, and then also reports HDCP and non-HDCP compliance. So again, a very nice tool to use in the field without having to put up that 85-inch only to find out you're not getting a signal and you need to find out why. And this is the supporting video generator. This particular device has 13 patterns that you can throw up on your display. Supports resolutions up to 1080p. You've also are, again, capable of reading the source and the sync EDID, so they give you a full matrix showing you what the panel is capable of doing, so there's no guesswork. So this is particularly important, especially when you're getting, maybe you've been handed some panels from the customer already owned, and you have no idea what their capabilities are or why you're not getting a video signal. Simply plug this device in, and you can get a readout on the sync to understand maybe why you're not getting a signal to come through. As an example, maybe it's a 720p panel. You had no idea that it was, but you're trying to send a 1080p source. Well, again, if you read the EDID and see that it's 720p, you've got your answer why you're not getting a signal. It's also got a basic HDMI cable test, which is kind of slick. You can plug an HDMI cable into this device, both ends, and it'll actually check to see if the connections are good. And now I want to touch upon a little bit about the Atlona management system, as the acronym that we've given it is AMS. All of our products that have an IP or LAN connection, which is everything that we've talked about today, which all of our Pro 3 matrix products, our H2H products, you have the capabilities now to remotely manage the system from your office. And this is really important. It can eliminate truck rolls. This is a free online IP software, web-based. You can use any web-based system to plug it in and get not only an idea of what the health status is of the product, but also get an idea of what the status is in general, so that you can better prepare if you need to go out and roll a truck of the tools or products that you may need to solve the situation. It also gives you the capabilities to either manually or set automatic firmware upgrades. So again, so that you don't have to go out in the field to do this, you can simply remotely access from this Atlona management system. It's pretty slick in that it's when you launch the AMS system, it'll take a look at everything on the network that's Atlona, and it'll actually show it up in a matrix, and it's automatic in that it will actually see the Atlona devices and detect them. And this is a feature that we're one of the only companies, again, that has anything like this anywhere near the price points of our products. And again, this is a free software that is there to help you out and to try to reduce the truck rolls that you have today. Key point of the AMS is if you want to know which ones have AMS or not, on the product pages for like the Pro 3, you'll see it'll say AMS ready on the icon. You'll know that the product is set up for it. You'll also see some that will actually say AMS is coming. That basically means that the product does have a LAN connection on it, and that we're creating software to interface with the AMS, and it's coming down the road soon too. But right now, again, most of our products that have the IP connection on them, which is almost everything, is AMS ready, and also will give you the capabilities of this product. I recommend, too, that if you get a chance to, and I'll go into this in a later slide, go to our Atlona Academy where we've got a bunch of videos, and it'll go into more detail about the AMS system for you. So let me give you a tip here for you, for those of you who may not know. If you go to our regular Atlona.com website, you'll see that at the very top there's a link, and it's AtlonaAcademy.com. So if you don't remember the Atlona Academy web site address, just go to Atlona.com and click on the top for Atlona Academy. And why do you want to go here? Well, there's a number of things here that are available to you that are free to you. One, we've got over 100 videos that are on the website that take you through our products, applications. There's some great information that is here. Our e-learning portal that is there. We have 100 and 200 level certification courses. The 100 level takes you through the foundational information and the technologies that we use. The 200 level will take you through all of our product solutions, and then there's a testing component to it, and it also can get you Infocom and CD credits for offer these education courses. And these courses are outstanding. This will really help you understand not only what our products can do, but what applications they can be used in. Might even prompt some ideas of some of the things that you're already doing today. And then also the content library. There's a documentation library. It contains full white papers on residential and commercial market applications. And then we've also got in the Atlona Academy, we've got the Atlona Academy or Application Design. This is a design service that, again, is free to you. Please use it. My team here that is here Monday through Friday, you can request an application design one of two ways. You can either go to the application design a link that's on the Atlona Academy website, and you can simply fill out the form to request an application design. You'll also see application designs that have already been used in the field. We provide two different types of application connection drawings. One that you see to the right, which is for graphical in nature. The other one is a true schematical connection drawing that shows all of our products connected up to it. And if you use our design services, when we get to the end and we made sure that we're matching the requirements of your system or project, we will then stamp on a certified design logo that you see on the right. that says we guarantee the interoperability and performance of these products connected together with the Atlona links. And so feel free to use this. You could also, with these designs, what I call pre-sales before the design, is you can reach out to our team, which is the inside sales team, and if you call our main line at headquarters here, you can, just by hitting option 3, that'll get you to the pre-sales design team, and we can start having conversations of the best pieces and components that you may want to use within your system. So I'm going to open it up to some Q&A. I've gone through a lot of stuff here, so if you have any questions, certainly now's the time to ask. And then if after the meeting, you can reach my team a couple different ways. One through training sales support, which is the main number, again, to our headquarters here in San Jose, California. Option 3 will get you to my team, or if you want to email us, simply send it to tss@atlona.com.
Great, I appreciate it, Steve. So if you guys could mind posting your windows in the chat, I'll go ahead and get those answered, or we'll go ahead and get those answered. So I do have one that came here. Is the M2C HDMI 2.0 and HDCP 2.2 compatible?
No, that's a great question. It is not. So if they're wanting to use that in that application, at least until we have a newer model that come out, that is only good up to HDCP 1.4 1080p.
Great. What is the retail price on the new 16 by 16?
16 by 16 retail is $16,999.
Plus the extenders.
That is correct. And on the 16 by 16, there are, they've split in half, so there's 8 HDBaseT ports, which are standard distance, and 8 extended distance ports for HDBaseT. Again, you can use the non-extended distance receivers on those lines, but the lines that have the ED designation will allow you to use the extended distance 100 CE extender.
Great. Another question came in about showroom deals, and I guess I can address that. If you have an opportunity to get a Atlona Matrix into your showroom or into your showroom environment, please send me an email. We'll be happy to work with you. We would love nothing more than to get these things into your hands and replace anything that you've got currently running your showroom as a replacement. So just shoot me an email on that. Be happy to work with you. Okay, please talk about the 12 audio outputs. Not exactly sure how to implement them.
Yeah, so you're referring to the Pro 3 16 by 16. Right. What we've done on our Matrix products, or the series, the Pro 3, is we've divided up the audio into 2 classifications. Analog audio for 2-channel devices for your sound systems, and digital output for audio, which is handled by the HDMI outputs for your AVRs, for receivers, or DTS and Dolby decoding. The 12 outputs for analog audio are breaking out the audio off the corresponding HDBaseT outputs. So 1 through 12 HDBaseT outputs mirror 1 through 12 analog audio outputs.
All right. Phil, if you'd like us to elaborate more on that, we can, if you can answer a question, we'd be more than happy to talk to you offline and get those answered. Looks like we did answer his question successfully. So thanks, Phil, for asking.
Yeah, if you would like to, after this meeting, too, just simply email to tss@atlona.com for any questions. and I will field them personally, and certainly if we need to, I can take it from the email to a phone call to kind of further clarify.
Okay. Let's see here. Doesn't look like there are any other questions. So if there's no more questions, I guess we'll wrap up the session. And again, I want to thank Steve for taking the time out of your morning to help us out with this. And also, just a reminder, we will have this recorded, so we'll have this posted up to our YouTube channel shortly after the event. You'll also see an email from me with the link. So thanks, everybody, for joining us again, and thanks, Steve. I appreciate your time.
All right. Thanks, everybody.